Hi there. Good burp. I'm going to show Christina's ruckless, and I'm going to give a technique for how to get that last pass really snug, because sometimes it can be a bit tricky. So here we go. Okay, so I made him a seat. I'm just gonna bounce him down. The cool thing about Christina's ruckless is you can still keep them pretty high because the bunch, or the chest pass is bunched instead of spread out. So it's kind of a good in-between, I think, between like a ruck and a double hammock in terms of height. So I'm gonna bring this down to make the chest pass. And then I'm gonna go over this. I'm gonna actually hold this top rail in my teeth. So I have that kind of tucked in under his butt, and I'm gonna spread that top rail. Make sure that his arm is still out, okay? And then I'm gonna do a L pull. Oh, I know I made that really tight, didn't I? And then I'm gonna spread, distribute the bottom rail. Okay, and then I think Christina's ruckless usually puts this under the leg, and that makes it a reinforcing cross pass. But I find I just don't like putting that one under the leg because sometimes it slides down before I get that last pass over. So if you're going to put it under the leg, I suggest keeping it over for now and then slipping it under after the carry is complete. Because otherwise, sometimes falls down. Okay, so if you want to get fancy with a ring, you could put a ring right here. In fact, I'm just gonna do that. I actually don't know if this wrap is long enough to do what I'm thinking of, but we'll see. Okay. So it looks like that. Okay, so here's the shoulder flip part. So you get it over your shoulder, and the first thing to do is to kind of tug downward to get out all of that slack. And then I'm gonna get under his arm and just spread this top rail up nice and high on him. And then I'm gonna hold that in my teeth. So this tail is between my legs. This one's gonna be in my teeth, and I'm gonna use both hands to get this tricky part tight. So it's gonna be a two-handed job. But basically what I'm gonna do, because this is gonna be in my teeth, I won't be able to talk, is one hand is gonna be pulling down, and the other hand is gonna be pulling over under his butt. And you just keep doing that until all the slack is worked out. now this feels very snug. And the key again is to just make sure you're pulling down with one hand, this arm, and over underneath his butt with the other. So you kind of pull down and then feed it over, and then pull down and then feed it over. And with Christina's ruckless, traditionally you would put this one under his leg too, so that you'd have two cross passes. That's really great for leg straighteners. He is more of a leaner lately than a leg straightener, so lately I have been putting both of these passes over his legs. But if you want that leg protection, leg straightening protection, I would do this as a hammocked cross pass. So I flip the rails. And it's really just about preference at this point. And then again, now this one is that reinforcing cross pass. It's not as likely to slide down now because it's got that shoulder flipped cross pass on top of it. So now is a better time to get this under the leg, if that's what you choose to do. And then you can finish this fancy here instead of tying it in front with the ring. Spread that on my chest, and it loads a little bit nicer because sometimes with Christina's ruckless, sometimes it rides up and it gets a little choky, depending on how tight you got that chest pass. I did the top rail elbow. I think I skipped the whole wrap elbow, which would account for part of the reason why it comes up. But this version, you really give it a good yank, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's really holding these ruckless straps down. And if it's long enough, you can tie it behind you. And I actually prefer when I do that, it's not long enough, but I'll show you anyway. I prefer to cross it here because I think that looks really nice. Cross it there. Maybe I just enough to tie on the tippy tails. And this is only if you want. You don't have to do this because the ring finish is secure. But sometimes if it's a long wrap, you don't want all those tails dangling. And then just maybe tuck this in somewhere. Make it pretty. All right. So there you have it. This is one of my favorite carries, and it is a great carry to learn before you start learning the ruckless bikini carry. And it's a good in-between ruck and double hammock in terms of height for baby, although he's definitely a double hammock height. He kind of slid down a little bit. But if you want this to be higher, you can definitely make it higher. I've made it higher in the past. This is actually a more comfortable height right here. And say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.